What you got for me? Good. Give me Joel the 3rd chapter. Give me Joel the 3rd chapter. Let's aim at the 3rd chapter. Oh, you got Joel the 3rd chapter? Give me that. And now we go, because now we showed you what? We showed you that slavery is in the Bible, right? And go back to Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Someone just give somebody from. We showed you that our people, the Israelites, were enslaved. Now we're going to show you who did it when you read the Bible before we was interrupted. Because all that was Satan. He's going to try to act like he was here. He just walked up. He wasn't here. See, like I said, well, some people, they hear one word, they just ready to flip the script. But if I was a white man saying, you born again, yes, massa. I'm sorry for interrupting you, massa. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the nature of the black man and black woman. To hate your own people, but give everybody, other nations credit. Kiss up to them. And time again, you know it's the truth. Look at our communities. You look at a brother wrong, he ready to shoot you. The white man screw you up and down. You turn your head. The toughest dude, white man look him up and down. He ain't got nothing to say. White man come through your community, just man, woman, and child. You ain't doing nothing. You go to that community, you might disappear. You might get lynched. Because I'm from Brooklyn. Howard Beach, that thing is real. Try going through Howard Beach. Talk about you going shopping. In their neighborhood, you ain't making it out alive. And everybody saying, we didn't see no niggas. But you probably somewhere up under a pit somewhere. That's how they do. See, our people, we're sick in our head because we lack the knowledge of the Most High in Christ. And we're cursed. That's why our people are ready to kill one another. That's prophesied. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. You can read that.
Joel 3 and 2. I will gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So the Most High, in these last days, he's gathering all nations and bringing them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Read on.
And will plead with them for my people.
And he's going to plead with the nations for his people. Who are his people? These people on this sign. You so-called blacks and Hispanics. That's who. Read on.
And for my heritage, Israel.
And for the Most High's heritage, Israel. Read on. This is his people. Read on.
Whom they have scattered amongst the nations.
And how did they scatter us? When they enslaved us, what did they do? They took us over here. Took us over there. 1 nigga, 2 nigga, 3 nigga sold. Put us on the auction blocks and separated us. And we went all over the world. That's real. You can't tell me I'm lying. Slave auctions, they scattered families. All across this country. All across this world. Read on.
And parted my land.
And parted his land. What's the Most High's land? The land of Canaan, which is the land of Israel. How did they part it? One side is now Israel, while the other side is Palestine. And they've been warring ever since. Read on.
And have cast lots for my people.
And during the time of slavery, they were just casting lots for our people, for the people of the Most High. What were they doing? Drawing straws for slaves. Drawing straws for slave men and slave women. That's one land. That's one land, the land of Canaan, which is our land. It's our land. The real Jews who were the so-called blacks and Hispanics. Why do you think they're warring? Like how we said earlier, right? The state of Israel was set up in 1948, just a little about over 50 years ago, right? No peace has come in this world yet, so they can't be the Lord's chosen people. Read what you got.
Right? And I've given a boy for an harlot.
And I've given a boy what for an harlot. So what did they do? They traded, right? They traded boys for prostitutes. Boy slaves for prostitutes. Read on.
And sold a girl for wine.
And they sold our young women, our young sisters for what? Wine. Read on.
That they may drink.
That they may drink. So here it is. We're going to find out who did it. Read on.
Yea, what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
So that the Most High wants to know, like we said earlier, what has the Africans who are from Tyre and Zidon, who are on the coast of Israel, what do they have to do with the Most High? What do they want from the Most High? They were the ones, as well as the Arabs, were behind the selling of the blacks and Hispanics. They were behind that. Read on.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And all the coast of Palestine. Who lives in Palestine nowadays? The Arabs. So it's letting you know who the Most High is pleading with, who the Most High is dealing with. He's dealing with now, he's got a problem with the Arabs and the Africans. But that brother wants to be an Arab and an African. Read on.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
So now the Most High said, will you render me a recompense? Can you give me something for what you did? But it's like, if you do, I'm going to give you something upon your own head. And what the Most High is going to give him? Destruction and slavery. That's what
because he hath taken my silver and my gold.
He's taking his silver and gold. Read on.
And I carry into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
And carry into his temples the Most High's goodly pleasant things. His goodly pleasant things are the people on his side right here. Read on.
The children of Judah.
The children of who?
Judah.
So this is showing you what is goodly and pleasant things are. This is showing you what is silver and gold is. The children of Judah, which are the Negroes, West Indians, Hispanics,
and the children of Jerusalem,
and all the northern tribes. Okay, because they were separated at one point in time in history. That's why it says Judah and Jerusalem. But all of Israel, read on.
Have you sold into the Grecians?
Have they what?
Sold into the Grecians.
They sold them to the Grecians. So now who are the Grecians? The Greeks, right? Who are the Greeks? What race are the Greeks? The Greeks are what color? White, right? So now it says the Arabs and the Africans took the Most High's goodly ones and sold them to the Greeks. That's what? Your triangular slave trade. Huh? Greco-Roman Empire, the same thing. The same thing. So that's what they did. The Greeks, which are the white race, had the Africans and the Arabs round us up and sell us into slavery. You can go into history books to read that. But guess what? The Bible is the one that brought it out first. The Bible brought it out first. Now they're writing about it. Once it came to pass, that was prophesied thousands of years ago. When it came to pass, they started making books about it, like the pictorial history of the slave trade. I think by Langston Walker or something like that. I don't want to quote it wrong, but it's a pictorial history about the triangular slave trade. The Arabs and the Africans rounded us up and put us in hardcore slavery. Check that out. And next week I'm gonna make sure I bring the sign out with Arabs with guns, musket guns, and they got what? Black Hebrews, not Africans. They got black Hebrews and selling them to the white man. Check that out. Like, you think we just come out here, we don't know what we're talking about? Brothers speak 2 different languages. You understand? Like I said, I can't account for what other people do. We speak 2 different languages. In order to get a full understanding, sometimes we gotta go to the Hebrew. You understand? We gotta be well versed in history. The problem with our people, the reason why we're so destroyed, Revelations 1 verse 3, is because we don't read. And then the stuff we do read, it's not valid. You worried about what Weezy doing, how long Weezy got a bid for. You worried about who's the best rapper, Jigga Man or Nas or this person. You know, you worried, on the whole, we're not reading the right information. We're reading things that are going to destroy us. And worried about who got spinning rims and who got this and reading about that. Nobody's trying to read what Christ is talking about. And you need that. Because in these last days, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. So what you going to do? What would you do if Christ came back 10 minutes from now? What could you possibly do? Do you have all the information that he needs you to have to be saved? Because to say to believe on Christ and you're going to be saved, that means nothing. You can believe, everybody believes on Christ. That doesn't mean you're going to be saved. But you have to follow his ways. People say they love him, but they don't know what love is. Love is what? Keeping the commandments of the Most High. It's not grievous, it's because we got hardened and wicked hearts. We don't want to follow his ways. That's why we're in captivity now. That's why we're working these slave jobs. That's why a lot of us are losing jobs. Everybody want to get to the kingdom of heaven, but they don't want to go through the tribulation. Give me what you got. Revelations 1 verse 3.
Revelations 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is he that readeth. Why do you need to read? And why is it good to read the right thing? Because books have spirits on them. If you read a lot of books about sex, what are you going to be? Addicted to sex. If you read books about balance, what are you going to be? You're going to want to kill everybody. So books have spirits on them. Because blessed is he that readeth. But it's what you're reading. If you're reading books about self-motivation, it's going to get you what? Self-motivated. But the best book to read is the Bible. Because this is the book of life right here. Because the Bible is a science book. It's a history book. Because it has the history of all nationalities in here. It has how the earth was created, not a Big Bang theory. Because in school, they teach you that what? The universe was created by a Big Bang. Most High didn't say that. And then what did they say? We transformed from amoeba to tadpoles to fish to lizards. Walked out. We started walking the earth. So if that's the case, why aren't we still doing it? They say we came from monkeys. So why is it that I see no gorillas changing into monkeys, changing into men? What happened to that? That should still be going on right now. That's called a metamorphosis stage. Only certain animals have a metamorphosis stage, like a caterpillar. a caterpillar turns into what? A butterfly. And you still see caterpillars turning to this day into what? A butterfly. So now if it was like that, then you would still see gorillas still turn into monkeys, still turn into men, right? But you don't see that, so that's a lot. And in the Bible, give me hold that where you at. Give me 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter, the 15th chapter, and like the 39th verse. Because if that was the case, then that still would be happening. You still have people forming from amoeba to little tadpoles to fish, climbing out with half a tail like a lizard, walking the earth. You don't see that though. Why? Because that's a lot. First of all, birds and fish were created in the water. Man, when you read the Bible, was created from the earth. Man and animals were created from the earth. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Bible. The hell was what man made up. The Bible said that. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me we came from gorillas and apes. Well, the Bible doesn't say that. The Bible says nothing about us coming from gorillas and apes. Because it's two different types of species. Like how they try to put a baboon's heart in a man. That man croaked days later. Because it's not the same flesh. Give me a Corinthians 15, 39. 1 Corinthians 15, 39. Read that.
1 Corinthians 15:39.